Welcome to Book of Nature, Model of Teenage Pregnancy. A model is examining logics which represent a true picture from the real world. Teenage pregnancy is conception among girls, can be planned or unplanned, always below 19 years of age or outlawed age by policy. At 19 years or below, she is a minor and not matured enough for challenges of motherhood. Causes of pregnancies varies from one teenager to another. These causes can be identified and solutions for them can be established. More often, these girls are considered egocentric, fools, pathetic, disgraceful, easily influenced, immoral, and with no principles by publics, regardless of their efforts to avoid conception. Teen moms are always blamed for their failures, yet they might be innocent of conception. Model of teenage pregnancy explains reasons making conception to be uncontrollable. Theories, means, and hypotheses linked to sexual behaviors or conception means have been scrutinized to find out similarity between a theory and a practical. Humans have identifications from ancestries, religions, or cultures, and so research observation focus on 6 religions and 5 cultures around the globe in order to establish a conception model. Secondary data from holy books or sacred texts, primary data from random observations, and overall survey have been used to create a model of pregnancy, a model explaining causes and sources of conception from human species. When humans were formed by God, were instructed to procreate. So ask yourself, who are humans? How should humans procreate? With whom should humans procreate? Do humans have approaches to reproduction? Pregnancy is a mysterious phenomenon in human behaviors, a phenomenon demanding logics to establish a proof or a belief for no limitations. Teenage or adolescence is a period of transition from childhood to adulthood or teen over. Age groups from 12 years to 19 years are mostly known for adolescence period and are known as adolescents. Adolescence stage can cause conflict between parents and children. Children might respect their parents. Children might decide to teach their parents on adolescence consequences. From innovations, partial adulthood, pretending to be knowing the unknown, new behaviors might develop from children. Adolescence stage is always teenage failure rather than teenage success, a failure brought by toxicity on behavioral values. Intoxication adapted from the surrounding environment. Most teenagers have failed to control adolescent stage. Some have become parents before dawn. Some have become drug addicts. Some have become criminals. Their dependence on parents or guardians as pillar of influence, guidance, and decision making begins to change. Most teenagers have been detained captives by the world, taught by the world, punished by the world, and buried by the world. Pregnancy before 19 years is always considered as a crime. So is conception a crime? Teenage pregnancy is also known as youthful pregnancy, early pregnancy, unplanned pregnancy, or unexpected pregnancy, gotten from childlessness or fooling around with oneself. Sexual relations or googling, plugging, amping, pumping, nooking, lovemaking, mating, or fucking can be done at any place, any time, any condition, single sexual partner or multiple sexual partners, with agreement or without agreement, with intimacy or without intimacy, from which a pregnancy is created in seconds. So sexual activity is adaptable to any condition or any environment. Secrets on sexuality is about the day, time, or minute they decide to experiment intimacy, that is exact moments of conception. And so a prostitute might avoid series of pregnancies, but a virgin might conceive from breakthrough. I'm saying huge percentage of teenage pregnancy comes from newcomers. Virgins are stubborn because haven't been broken yet, and most are introduced to romance by conception. Virgins are vulnerable to conceptions because are perceived as aroma to the gods, meaning sexual spirits loves virgins and they might impregnate them or have sex with them. Virgins are perceived to cleanse infertility, certain sicknesses, body purification, and reviving hopes. Age from losing virginity predicts sexual trends. Early lost virginity has led to early conception, sexualization, and early marriage. Pressure to preserve virginity to avoid conception or infection has promoted oral sex among girls. In other words, vaginal sex has been substituted by anal sex, and so paternophilia. Paternophilia is derived from Greek words panthenon, meaning female virgins, and phileo, meaning love or affinity. And so the word might mean sexual virgins. Virginity might be lost through sexual activity, objects as sexual tubes, sexual dollies, finger fucking, female genital mutilation, sports, gymnastics, riding or cycling, horse riding or mule riding. In other words, virginity might be lost without sex. Virginity has always been proved by availability of hymen, proved by medics or blood spots from past sexual activities. Hymen is a vaginal tissue blocking the opening of the vulva. Technoscience has made artificial hymen. So, hymnoplasty is surgical procedure to repair or replace damaged hymen, and so might be difficult to separate natural virginity from man-made virginity. Artificial hymen is virginity fraud for born-again virgins. There are substances or goals to be consulted for regaining lost virginity, so virginity is reversible. Pregnancy expresses as weighing illness, heavy rolled, heavy duty, failed Balkan, double stomach, DE, ball or burden. And so persons have phobia for pregnancies than infections. Expectant women do wear jackets, blankets, belts or heavy clothes to cover pregnancy from publics. So humans will have desired to hide a pregnancy, but it's the testimony from hidden copulation. Further expressions as have missed my period, I'm pregnant, or you are pregnant have made men to escape from their lovers as if beasts are chasing them. Running from a state not for treason but for pregnancy is a new normal. Being a refuge, being into exile, forging death or grave to avoid a pregnancy are common behaviors among men. False pregnancy, or rather, barely pregnancy from a woman for love confirmations, has always changed men's behaviors, and from fear of contradictions, men have accepted conception not from them. Men have been jailed for conception not from them, meaning some women have conceived without realization and from untrusted persons, proving their conception among women from another source and not from men as perceived. DNA have proved doubtful conceptions. Conceiving without knowledge or accepting doubtful pregnancy revives conception means, which needs a model for reference. Model of Teenage Pregnancy is the book available in Amazon. Get your copy, read it, and create a gap. Thanks for audience. I've been your host, Great Emmanuel Sakit.